Welcome! I'm really excited to have you here. As promised, today I'm going to share with you 5 science-backed basics that make every human feel better in their body. So before we get started, I really want you to commit to this masterclass. Do not multitask. Believe me, I've done that a million times where I sign up for webinars and I have other tabs open and I'm doing other things and nothing really sticks. And today I'm going to share with you super valuable information that summarizes in 5 basics that can make a huge impact in your overall health. Plus, I want you to stick around because I have an awesome announcement at the end of this masterclass that's exclusive for you today. Okay, so let's get started. 5 science-backed basics that make every human feel better in their body. So, before we get started, I want to make sure that you're in the right place because if this masterclass is not going to be beneficial for you, I want to let you know right away so you don't waste your time, okay? So, you're in the right place if you have tried everything to feel good, but nothing seems to work long term. You know there's something going on in your body, but cannot figure exactly what's going on. If you feel overwhelmed with all the information on internet that's constantly changing, talking about keto, intermittent fasting, paleo, you name it. And if you believe that life is about balance, but don't know how to actually keep it because you are kind of all in or nothing type of personality. So, if any of those sounded like you, get ready because in the next 35 minutes, I will teach you how to use the mindful method to decode exactly what's going on in your body and fix unwanted cravings, symptoms, and side effects. I will uncover the science behind calories and how to forget about counting them for good. I'm going to reveal the exact formula I use to keep my metabolism working for me while still enjoying my favorite foods and with no restrictions. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know I am not lying. I'm also going to share the simple hack that will help you create body photosynthesis so you can finally remember how good your body is designed to feel. And I am going to share 4 action steps that have a huge impact in your metabolism and that you can actually start taking today. Okay, so let's get started now for reals. 5 science-backed basics that make every human feel better in their body. So raise your hand if no matter what you eat, you feel bloated all day long. Hello, stretchy pants. No matter how many espressos or matcha teas you have, 3 p.m. crashes are inevitable and sometimes 5 p.m. And raise your hand if you haven't changed but your routine has, so you have unexpectedly gained weight. And most importantly, raise your hand if you have tried 1,000 things like eating healthier, staying active, taking your supplements, but nothing seems to work long term and you still feel blah every single day. And if you said yes to any, then I have some news for you. The real problem is that you're not following these 5 basics. So your metabolism might need some TLC. And that's exactly why today I'm sharing with you the 5 science-backed basics that will give your metabolism a kickstart and so you can finally stop feeling blah and you can start feeling freaking amazing. So, before I keep going, I'd like to introduce myself. Hello, I am Maria. I have been a nutritionist for 10 years. I have a 4-year Bachelor in Nutrition and Food Science and 1-year clinical internship. I am a certified holistic nutritionist and a certified metabolic balance coach, graduated with honors of both. I'm also a contributor to the Inside Fitness magazine and Organica Health blog. And I have a certification in clinical detoxification. And my main specialty is to help women rebalance their metabolism naturally so they can remember how good their body is designed to feel. And the reason I came down with these 5 basics I'm going to share with you in a moment is because I actually love food. And that's exactly why I became a nutritionist. I wanted to learn how to eat the right foods for my body while still enjoying all my favorite things with no guilt and without sabotaging my metabolism, especially now that I am past 30. So During these 10 years, I've tried many things with me and with my clients. Some have worked and some haven't. But after tons of research and schooling, and after these many years of being a nutritionist, I finally realized that less is more when fixing your metabolism and when it comes down to health. And what works amazing are the most basic things that you can imagine. And that's exactly what takes me to our basic number 1. Be ready to wake up. In order for you to start feeling good, you really need to be ready to wake up. And by that, I mean you need to know your body. But how do you do that? How do you start to actually get to know yourself? And you do that by implementing 2 basic steps. Step number 1, make your body your priority. This is the most important thing, because if you don't make yourself a priority, then nothing in this world is going to work long term. And I see this all the time in my practice. Women must often leave themselves at the bottom of the priority list. Everything else comes first. But the thing here is, if you don't make yourself a priority, then nobody is gonna do it for you. So you need to put yourself at the top of that list, and you need to give your body the same care you give everyone else and more. And that takes me to step number 2, get to know your body. Once you prioritize yourself, then you're gonna start noticing all the signals your body is constantly throwing at you. The signals that are always there, and that I bet you've tried to band-aid at a certain point because you were too busy to deep dive on them. These signals are like the Morse code of our body, and everyone has different ones. But the signals I see the most with my clients are low energy, fatigue. Maybe you haven't noticed, and maybe you blame it to a poor sleep or your busy schedule, but every single day you feel tired. Maybe you have dry and dull skin, including spring and summer, because sometimes in the winter this is kind of normal. You have digestive problems like bloating and constipation, excessive cravings, savory, sweet, or a mix of both, trouble sleeping, whether you take forever to sleep, to fall asleep, or you're tossing and turning all night, or you wake up simply not rested, brain fog, aka low concentration and forgetfulness, unexplained weight gain, especially around the midsection and the thighs. So, did any of those signals ring a bell? Because this is the way your body tells you that something is up. And the thing is that these signals are so common and we're so used to them that we make them part of our lives. So we go by feeling okay and we forget how good our body is designed to feel. That's exactly why it is so important to get to know your body. So in order to wake up, and by that I mean in order to start decoding those signals, you need to start a food journal. And that's the first action step I'm sharing with you. Because the only way you will figure out what's going on in your body is by tracking 2 main things. 1, the food you eat. So track every single thing you have in one day for 1 week. You don't need to track portions, but you do need to track every food item you have. Because then the second thing is that you're gonna relate it to how you felt after eating. Did you feel bloated or dizzy or with a lack of energy, or did your mood change? And I know this is a lot of work. With my clients, I actually skip this step by doing a complete metabolic evaluation. But that doesn't mean you cannot do it yourself. That's exactly why I encourage you to have a food journal, because it is an extremely valuable tool to check in with yourself and to map and understand exactly what's going on with your body after eating certain things. This is seriously how you start to bring body awareness, and this is how you can map exactly how your body reacts after certain things. Remember, mind and body are connected, and if they do lose that connection, then that balance breaks and you start feeling off. So whenever I start working with someone, my main goal is for them to understand their body signals, because this is the foundation. Without body awareness, then you can have that you could try 1,000 things. You can have the best meal plan and the best guidance in the world, but if you don't know your body, then nothing really is going to work. And I know it gets a bit tricky, and sometimes it's easier when a professional is guiding you, but that doesn't mean that you cannot do it yourself. So, in order to wake up and create body awareness, you need to make your body your priority. You need to get to know it, and you do that by starting a food journal. So this is the case of Paulina. She originally contacted me because she wanted to lose some weight. However, that totally came down to the last important thing on her goal, because she had always suffered from recurring cold sores in very strong pain during her period, to the point that she had been taking painkillers for the past 20 years. And the thing is that she had made this part of her life and because it was kind of like the band-aid, right? Like the quick solution instead of deep diving on what was going on. But once we started working together, once we figured out exactly what her body needed, everything like improved considerably. Her cramps were less. She didn't need these painkillers anymore. She didn't have as many cold sores at all. And the thing was, like she told me, everybody's telling me that I glow. And the thing is that when you feel good inside, then you show it, and that glow you cannot hide. So the thing here is that if you're looking for a quick fix or a fancy supplement that's gonna fix it all, this masterclass is definitely not for you. You have to be ready to wake up, and you have to be ready to take action, because I'm not going to tell you to do crazy things. I'm going to get back to basics with small action steps that will make a big impact in your metabolism and your overall health. But for them to work, you're going to have to be committed. So are you ready? Let's go to basic number 2. Calories do not count. And this is my favorite basic because I can't stand the idea of counting calories at all. However, I am not gonna lie, I've counted calories in the past, and I know I am not alone on this. So raise your hand if you have been a victim of checking the calories in every single thing you eat. And raise your hand if you start counting calories, but at the end of the day, you give up because it is so much work, and it actually gets pretty overwhelming because they actually add up pretty quick. Am I right? So if you're still victimized by calories, I have good news for you. Today, we're gonna forget about counting calories forever. Is that good news or what? However, before we move on and ditch calorie count forever, I'm gonna get a little bit sciencey here. So, according to an article in the Journal of Nutrition titled History of the Calorie in Nutrition in 1863, so forever ago, a calorie was defined as the amount of heat needed to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram of water from 0 to 1 degree Celsius. Honestly, it almost sounds like a tongue twister, and if you think about it, it doesn't really make much sense, right? But what they're trying to explain to us with this tongue-twisty definition is that a calorie is the amount of energy your body uses in order to keep your vital functions running 24/7. So a calorie is a very practical unit for scientists, but not for us in real life, because everybody, and I say this separately, everybody burns energy differently, because it all depends on how our metabolism is working, if it's on fire, sluggish, or out of whack. It also depends on our age, gender, activities throughout the day, and how much lean muscle we have. So as you can see, there are so many factors that determine the calorie burn. And that's exactly why counting calories gets a bit pointless, because we cannot get specific, if you know what I mean. Does this make sense? Now, here my question is, why don't we see calories in fresh produce? And the thing is, nature doesn't want us to focus on that. Nature wants to give us the nutrients to create a synergy that's gonna keep us healthy. And that's why calories do not count when eating the right things. That's exactly why when I work with someone, I suggest sticking mostly to whole foods, which takes me to the second action step I want to share with you, and that is Focus on buying food from the outer section of the grocery store, trying to stay away from packaged foods. This will not only help you start healing your metabolism, but it will actually save you money from unnecessary shopping. So, this is the story of Sam. Sam really didn't know what to expect when we started working together. She was trying to eat healthy, yet she was being overly stressed about it because nothing seemed to work. She had gluten intolerance, allergies, lack of energy, and especially she was super overwhelmed with all the different information out there. The thing here is that Sam was focusing on counting calories. That means she was mostly having packaged foods which weren't making her feel that well. So when we started working together, we implemented these basics, and Sam not only boosted her energy, but her stress around food decreased considerably. She told me once, "I feel free and I feel freaking good." And that honestly made my day. And this is another example on how less is more when it comes down to health, okay? So let's get to the juicy basic number 3, feeding your metabolism. So at this point, you're probably ready to wake up, and you know that counting calories is kind of pointless when it comes down to feeling good. So how do you actually start feeding your metabolism? Because you get to know your body, and then what? Well, creating body awareness by having your food journal is gonna get you one step ahead of the game, because now you're gonna be able to identify your body villains and your superheroes. And when I talk about villain foods, I am referring to those that don't make you feel good, that make you feel tired and bloated. And yes, you guessed it, when I talk about your superhero foods, I'm referring to the foods that make you feel good, energetic, light, awake. So for my clients, I select the functional foods that are going to create a biochemical reaction to balance their metabolism. That's why it is very important to identify your villains and your superheroes with the help of your food journal. Because until you identify these foods, you'll be able to feed your metabolism the things that are compatible to you and only you. So, action step number 3 is actually my golden rule. I honestly live by this rule. So that is the 80-20 or Pareto principle. This means eat until you're 80% full and leave 20% room. And this action step, as simple as it may sound, is the one that's going to change your life, because we're always taught that we're done eating until we're 100% full. And I don't know if you can relate, but my grandma didn't let my mom and siblings leave the table until they cleaned their plate, even if they were full. But the thing is that when you eat until you're 100% full, then you not only feel bloated, but you're totally ready to go for a nap. And well, when you eat to 120, like in Thanksgiving or special occasions, then nothing in this world makes your eyelids stay open. Because the truth is that we only need to eat to our 80% capacity. And when we mix the 80-20 rule with your superhero foods, then you get the perfect formula for steady energy levels and less bloating. Does it make sense to you? So this is Adriana's case. She was having green smoothies every single day and salads and all the foods labeled as healthy and superfoods. Yet, she was bloated, and for some reason, she was stuck in a weight loss plateau. Because the thing is, you can have all the green smoothies and all the superfoods, but if you don't identify your superhero foods, then nothing is fully going to work long term. So, when she came to me within her metabolic evaluation, and we figured out what her body actually needed. And it was not only these superfoods, we needed to integrate other things that she was not including. And the thing is that she did not only achieve her main goal, but she also got her energy and her drive back. And as a mom of 3, she totally needed that. And she's the best example that all the foods labeled as healthy aren't going to be your superheroes. Does it make sense? That's why I keep pushing to have a food journal. So let's get to basic number 4. Create body photosynthesis. So what does a plant need to start photosynthesis? And if I can hear you, you're probably saying soil, because these are all the nutrients to feed the plant, water to help it grow, and sunlight, which makes photosynthesis happen. And when these elements combine, they create a thriving environment for plants. Do you agree with me? So, knowing that, what do you think we need to create body photosynthesis? And yes, you got it. We need sunlight, we need water, and we need soil. This means that our plant is not that different. Our body is not that different from a plant. I mean, we're not green and we start growing after a certain age, but we need those exact 3 basic things to stay healthy. So, we need soil, aka nutrients, for our metabolism, to feed our metabolism. And when we feed our body the right foods, you will be getting the nutrients it needs to renew, repair, and to stay balanced. Because the thing is, you may have stopped growing, but your cells, your tissues, and your body in general are constantly renewing and repairing, and they need these nutrients to keep this process going. Then we need water, because water not only keeps us hydrated, but it also promotes a better detoxification, which enhances the nutrient absorption. The less toxins we have in our body, the more nutrients are going to be utilized to repair our body. Because when our body is more toxic, the nutrients get used to help flush these toxins out instead of focusing on repairing your body. Does this make sense? Now, we finally have sunlight. And the sun not only helps us produce vitamin D, which is really important for our bones, but it also boosts our mood and gives us positive energy. The more positive energy you have, the more likely you're going to stick to a healthier lifestyle. And to maintain a balanced metabolism, you need to keep your mind and your body balanced in order to function to your max capacity. So, by creating body photosynthesis, you will be able to rebalance your metabolism naturally. You will feel lighter, goodbye bloating. You will control your cravings because you will be giving your body all the nutrients, and you will boost your energy like at 200%. So that takes me to action step number 4, and that is lemon water. Warm lemon water in the morning helps you create an alkaline environment, which is an essential part when it comes down to balancing your metabolism. Just make sure if you start doing these to use a straw to protect your tooth enamel, okay? So this is Elena's case. When we started working together, her main goal was to feel good overall because she was having a ton of digestive issues. Her energy was always super low, and well, her stress was at her highest, not only because she was not feeling good, but also work related. So we worked together, we focused on creating that body photosynthesis by using these basic steps, and Elena's health improved considerably in 6 weeks. And that takes me to the last basic. Bio-individuality is key. So please trust your bio-individuality. This means trust your intuition, which will get better once you put your mind on it and focus on what's going on in your body. Also, do not get influenced by trends and do not follow what other people are doing. So if your best friend is doing the eat only apples type of diet and that's working for her, that doesn't mean that's gonna resonate with your body. We only have one body. It is our temple, as corny as it sounds, and we need to take care of it. So it is completely okay to try different things. This way you will know what works and what doesn't. It is not okay to stick to something that's actually not serving you. So please identify the things that aren't serving you and your metabolism. Because the thing is that my goal with these 5 basics is for you to remember how good your body is designed to feel. And how do you get the best results? Well, my clients who have the best results are the ones that come with a great attitude, the type of attitude where you run the world, like Beyonce would say. You need to take action. You cannot just sit around and hope that the magic pill comes down from the sky. You have to really understand your body and you have to get out of your comfort zone. I know it's terrifying, but this is the only way you're gonna see a change. And you can also reach out to someone that can guide you or that can keep you accountable, because staying accountable is also key to success. Because the thing is that going on to all these webinars, reading all the articles, saving Pinterest tips and healthy recipes is not going to make a difference if you do not take action. Even those workouts that you pinned at least once, they won't make your body grow if you aren't constant. So, don't be this person. What do we want? We want to create body photosynthesis. When do we want to start? On Monday. Today's Monday. Next Monday. So don't be that person. So the basic steps that make every human feel better in their body are body awareness, stop counting calories and focus on wholesome foods, feed your metabolism, your superhero foods, create body photosynthesis, and trust in your bio-individuality. And there's 2 ways to achieve that. Option 1, take these science-backed basics and use them as stepping stone into resetting your metabolism. Step 2, or option 2, the metabolic reboot system. So, the metabolic reboot system is a science-backed system that will help you boost your energy, ditch bloat, and feel more confident by rebalancing your metabolism in 6 weeks. Think of these as your slingshot that's going to take you 10 steps ahead. The reboot system is made up of 3 phases: the detox phase, the reboot principles, and the equilibrium lifestyle that will have a huge impact in your metabolism and that will lead to a long-term sustainable lifestyle. The phase number 1 is the detox system, finally answering the question, where should I even start? In here, you'll master the daily basic hacks that nutritionists use every single day when it comes down to food selection. You will also detox your body through plant-based meals to prep it for the reboot phase. And you'll reset your mindset towards healthy eating and conventional diet plans while setting realistic goals for yourself. So that's phase number 1. Now, phase number 2 are the reboot principles. These principles will revolutionize everything you know so far about rebalancing an out-of-whack metabolism. In here, we'll get crystal clear on what makes your metabolism work for you. It is time to listen and understand the signals your body keeps sending you. We'll work on your completely personalized reboot meal plan template and grocery shopping list that's not only gonna make your meal planning a piece of cake, but that it will help you reboot and balance your metabolism once and for all. We'll also create new self-care habits that will help you balance your mind and your body. Plus, you will get weekly recipes delivered right to your inbox. Then we'll go to phase number 3, the equilibrium lifestyle. The approach that helps you maintain a sustainable and a realistic lifestyle without feeling restricted ever again. In here, we'll create a sustainable action plan that fits perfectly into your lifestyle with the extended reboot meal planning templates and food lists. We'll integrate the reboot principles to your daily life to maintain a balanced metabolism like forever, and you'll learn how to maintain the balance once you completed the 3 phases. So, what's included in the metabolic reboot system? Well, metabolic assessment, which is a 10-section questionnaire that deep dives into your health history and current lifestyle. It also includes a metabolic evaluation. So here, once you submit your assessment, we'll hop on a review call to make sure all the pieces of the puzzle are together to create your personalized reboot system. This is kind of instead of the food journal. Then we'll create a personalized system which I carefully designed by selecting the foods that are gonna make a biochemical shift on your entire metabolism. Then you'll get resources. You'll get 3 workbooks for each of the reboot phases. with grocery shopping list, lifestyle and self-care routines, supplement protocol only if needed, and journal to track improvement along the way. You'll also get 2 one-on-one coaching sessions with me that you can book at any time during for a year. And we'll get weekly Q&A group calls, because the thing is, having a community is key to staying accountable during these 6 weeks. So this gives us a total value of $3,400 plus 266 worth in bonuses, which is a reboot cookbook, which you get access to 25 plus easy to make reboot recipes, so you never run out of creativity again. You'll get journaling prompts, because again, another of the secrets of having a balanced metabolism is to maintain a balanced connection between your mind and your body. And supplement protocol, again, only if needed, but completely personalized if your body needs extra support to heal your metabolism. So that gives us a value of $3,666. So what's included? Metabolic assessment, metabolic evaluation, personalized system, resources, one-on-one coaching, group coaching, reboot cookbook, journaling prompts, supplement protocol, with a total value of $3,666. But the good news is that you can get all this value for 1,300 Canadian dollars. Plus, I have an exclusive bonus masterclass where you can save $195 for a limited time when using the code FEELGOOD at checkout. So this means that you can get all the value of $3,666 for 1,105 Canadian dollars. Not bad, huh? So imagine that by the end of these 6 weeks, you will have energy to crush all your goals. You'll stop feeling bloated all the time. You will find what fires your metabolism and only yours. You'll save money on weekly grocery shop. You'll save time planning your meals, and you will have a lifestyle routine that you can actually stick to, something that is realistic. So this is what some of the tribe is talking about. And I love this one. Clothes are fitting way better, energy is up, and best of all, I finally have my sugar willpower back. That's kind of essential. And before I forget, for a limited time, I also offer an extended payment plan. That means that you can have all these for starting at $184. You get all these value. So just don't forget to use the code FEELGOOD at checkout. And the reboot system is for you if your energy levels are extremely low and coffee is your best friend. If you feel bloated and heavy every single day, no matter what you eat. If you are allergic to the gym and / don't like working out. If you want to shed some pounds naturally while still enjoying your favorite food. If you need an accountability partner or a couple that guide you through the process step by step. If the stress of planning your meals is what gets in the way of your goals, if you feel overwhelmed with all the information on internet talking about keto, intermittent fasting, low-fat diets, and whatnot, and if you're ready to reboot your metabolism so you can finally remember how good your body is designed to feel. So this is the code. You can go and read more about the reboot system with the link below, vitalianutrition.com/reboot. And that's it. Now, I want you to think, why did you come to this masterclass? And I want you to take action, whether it is with option number 1, using these basics and the action steps I share with you, or with option 2 with a metabolic reboot system, because that's the only way you are gonna get results, by taking action, okay? So today, I promise to teach you how to use the mindful method to decode exactly what's going on in your body. And you can do that by starting a food journal. I also uncovered the science behind calories and how to forget about counting them for good. The action step was focus on whole foods and ditch the packaged food as much as you can. I revealed the exact formula I used to keep my metabolism working for me while still enjoying my favorite food, and that is with my golden rule 80-20. I also shared a simple hack that will help you create body photosynthesis so you can finally remember how good your body is designed to feel. And we can help your body by drinking warm water with lemon. And I also share with you 4 action steps, which we are going to review in a second, that will have a huge impact in your metabolism. And you can actually start taking like today. So the 4 action steps to take today are: start a food journal, whole foods versus packaged foods as much as possible, use the 80-20 rule, warm water with lemon every morning, and trusting your bio-individuality, listening to your body. So if you want to skip all these steps and slingshot 10 steps, remember that you can always use the coupon FEELGOOD to save $195. And that's it. So thank you so much for being here, for taking the time for you, and for prioritizing yourself. If you by any chance get any questions during this webinar, you can always ask me through a direct message in Instagram, which I linked below at vitalia.nutrition. You can send me an email at info@vitalianutrition.com, and you can keep me posted if you actually start taking any of these steps. Okay? Again, thank you so much for being here and for prioritizing yourself. Have the best day ever.